Well, hello, and welcome to my 2020 reflections. I was honestly pretty nervous to do this video because 2020 as a whole was a pretty awful year, but after I was able to look back, I realized that Scott and I are both really grateful and incredibly lucky. We haven't lost anyone close to us due to the illness. We're both in good health. Everyone we love is in good health, and we've both been able to keep our jobs and work from home, which was honestly the best case scenario considering everything that's happened this year. So with that out of the way, at the beginning of 2020, I think we were all pretty excited for a new decade. And I really just wrote down randomly my New Year's goals without any idea of if I was going to achieve them. I never really looked back at this page on my bullet journal. Honestly, there's a couple New Year's resolutions that I definitely remember setting, and there's some that I completely forgot about. So it was kind of fun to look back, reflect, and this will also very much help me when I'm setting my 2021 goals, which will be my next video. So the first goal I had was to move in with Scott and the dogs. I would say first resolution was a success. Moving on, we wanted to host a Halloween party, and even though we did not host a Halloween party, I'm still going to mark this as a success because I invited people back in March. I was like, after this pandemic's over, if you guys are free on Halloween, I'm hosting a party, and I wouldn't even say it's canceled. I'm gonna say it's postponed to 2021. Fingers crossed we will host a Halloween party this year. I'm so excited, and the only reason I'm going to mark that as complete is because I was 100% going to do it if it was safe. I had already invited people, and unfortunately I did have to cancel it. I was there in spirit. So the next goal was to cook 10 or 27 new recipes. So I said I wanted to do 10, and then I realized maybe that would be too easy because this was the year I was moving out. I was gonna try new things. So I made Scott pick a number between 1 and 30, and he picked 27, which I thought was way too high. But unfortunately, I did not keep track of all of the new recipes I made this year, but I've tried at least 26 new recipes. So I'm going to count that as a success because I'm willing to bet that I've cooked something that I completely forgot about. So number 4 was find ways to be more sustainable. I don't like this goal. It was poorly written. I started composting, which was fun. I 100% could have been more sustainable, but I mean, I could have been less sustainable. So I'm going to say sort of, kind of, I tried. There's no way to measure that, so. Okay, my 5th resolution is post 26 videos, which is a lot of fun. This was the year that I was 100% like, that was gonna be my goal. My quote for the year was, "A year from now, you'll wish you started today." And yeah, I didn't do that either, but I posted 10 videos, which I'm proud of. That's more than any other year, but really I'm just starting out. I mean, I have a full-time job. I need to stop being so hard on myself and remember that really no one's watching. Like, nobody cares about the first awkward couple of videos that people post, and yeah, there's some that I like more than others, but at the end of the day, the only way I'm gonna get better at being a content creator is by posting more content. So next, I wrote meal prep. Now that I think about it, I do prep my meals for the grocery store, and also if you think of like the general sense of meal prepping, there's no reason to actually make all of these meals ahead of time because I have so much time to make dinner now that I'm working from home. I mean, I don't have to save time by cooking ahead, if that makes sense. My 7th resolution was to donate to 6 charities. I'm going to say I sort of did that. I started off in January with donating to Australian Red Cross due to the forest fires. Then I donated to a political candidate, Bernie Sanders, which is not a charity. Then I bought gift cards to support local businesses, which isn't really donating. Then I supported a Black Lives Matter movement on GoFundMe. Then I donated books, clothes, and food, which wasn't really what I meant. I 100% meant like find a charity to donate money to every so often, like once every 2 months. And lastly, in December, we donated, I believe, to the Phoenix Children's Hospital. So after reviewing this, I'm gonna say sort of. Even though there were technically 6 donations, these weren't all donations to charity and they weren't all monetary, which is what I meant with that resolution. Alright, so my 8th goal was to vote. I did that. 9th goal was to plan 10 creative date ideas. No, I don't I don't think we did. So could I have been more creative and thought of more ideas? Yes, but at the same time, we resorted to doing a lot of the same date ideas. So whether it was like a movie night with popcorn, a nice dinner, we've recently started playing board games that have been such a nice time during quarantine. For a while I wanted to build a fort, but building a fort that's like adult sized is actually kind of difficult, so we haven't done that. We go on walks. We could go on a hike. I don't really like hikes. We could go stargazing. We resort to a lot of the same dates, and we haven't been that creative. It didn't seem like that difficult of a goal, but we tried. We definitely tried, and our anniversary was good. His birthday was fun. My birthday was great. Yeah, so I'm gonna say sort of, because we did have a couple of creative dates, but I wouldn't say we had 10. The 10th resolution is track health goals. I don't know what I mean by that. I have never had health, fitness, wellness, exercise, eat healthy be on any of my New Year's resolutions, and I'm convinced I only wrote that down to fill up space because I mean, it clearly doesn't mean anything. I didn't say what I'm tracking. Am I tracking how many days of exercise, yoga, how much water I'm drinking? I could definitely drink more water. That should have been the goal. That would be a good place to start. But I didn't. So I'm going to say, no, I didn't complete that. And 2, it's just a poorly worded question. What am I tracking? What does that mean? And what's the actual goal? Number 11, it hurts me so much, but it was bullet journaling. So I started bullet journaling in January, and I was so excited. It was like going to be the main thing. Like, if I stuck with this, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was 100% convinced that I was going to stick through bullet journaling for all 12 months. And I didn't. For the most part, I was excited to start a new month. I loved coming up with a theme, color scheme, like taking time out of my weekend to dedicate to creating a spread, but I didn't like doing it on a weekly basis. It was kind of a rough creative project, and I've already bought my planner for 2021, which I hope will be better suited for my daily tasks. My 12th goal was to try 10 new restaurants, and I saw this and I got sad again because of course this was not the year to try a bunch of new restaurants. However, when I started my new role in January, I started hanging out with people on my team, and they went to new restaurants. Not new restaurants, they went to restaurants pretty much on a daily basis. I didn't realize how many new restaurants we had gone to in those first couple of months. And long story short, I did actually try 10 new restaurants within like the first 3 months of this year. So that was really cool, and it brought back really good memories, obviously, of being around people and being in restaurants and trying new foods. But it's nice to know that I still accomplished that even without even trying, right? I forgot that was on my list. Okay, 13 was write a letter, and I didn't do that, but I did send out Christmas cards, so I guess sort of I was still able to you know, get stamps, get envelopes, have our address printed out on like the little sticker things. 14 is floss. Did I floss this year? Yeah. Did I floss as much as I wanted to? No. So again, sort of. 15 was New Year's in Vegas, which of course we're not going to Vegas. I don't know, not my fault. Obviously, it's just the circumstances we're in. 16 was read 12 new books. That is not hard to do. And I'm really sad that I didn't. I read 3 new books and 2 of them were, well, 3.5. And 2.5 of those were after October, and the first one was like in January. So really a bad year for reading, and that shouldn't be the case. 17 was host a housewarming party, which of course we did not do. We bought this house in March. Okay, 18, I said I wanted to declutter before moving, and I'm gonna go ahead and say no. There's still a lot of clutter around that I think we could work on. 19, I wrote avoid phone before bed. What? What? No, I did not do that. I look at my phone or the iPad all the time before bed. And see, I could have read 12 books in the time that I was on my phone. But it was a weird year, and and that's a very hard goal. I've tried to do that for like a month and it's still difficult. So 20 was be grateful, and I would say yes. I think Scott and I constantly try to find new things to be grateful for. We are very lucky considering everything that's happened this year. And 21 is call a loved one. So for calling a loved one, I'm gonna say yes, I did it, even though I should still call my grandma. Overall, I did 7, including the host Halloween party, which of course I didn't actually host a party, but I definitely had the Halloween spirit since July, because I was definitely hoping that this would all be over by like Halloween. So I was trying to fast forward to October and hope things would be better by then, and of course they weren't. So I guess that's a lesson to live in the moment, and we can't really predict the future. Nonetheless, I accomplished 7-ish. I sort of did 8, and I 100% did not do 4 of them. Moving forward, I was definitely shocked that some of these resolutions came to be, especially like the restaurant one, cooking 27 new meals. Moving in, I mean, of course, I'd been planning it, and it was really awesome, and it was definitely the best part for me for 2020. It was really nice to reflect and to remember the good parts that I was looking forward to and the things that did come true. Also to notice the poorly worded things, like find new ways to be more sustainable and track health goals. Like, of course, I can't achieve a goal that isn't a metric. So that'll definitely be something that I will be looking into moving forward. With all of that being said, I definitely hope that 2021 will be a better year than whatever 2020 was, and I wish you the best year moving forward.